All right. Shalom, 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 everybody. This is Ivan, the Trinity of Water, with another preparation for purpose television show. So I'm going to make this very brief. As complex as this topic will be, I'm going to make it very, very brief. And considering that today is the 19th, and you know what? When I put this together, I didn't know today was the 19th. I just happened to look at my phone and seen it was the 19th. So, right on divine time. So, look. Really simple. Simply, this is going to be my very first numerology show that I'm doing. I'm a Life Path 9. I'm a Master Number 11. For those who aren't familiar with what numerology is, it's the study of numbers. That's a simple way of putting it. It's much more to it than that, but I suggest you do your own due diligence and check that out for yourself. Now, what this is about is perfection. I've been talking a lot about that lately. It has not been revealed exactly. No man knows the time or the hour, but I just know it's been coming to me a lot lately. So what's been coming to me a lot is the ending, which is transitioning, getting to know your ending, what we might refer to as death, but it's not death. It's an ending, a transition period, a new birth, however you want to put it, but don't use the word death unless you're conscious of what death is. Don't use the word death and you consciously think that it's just, that's it, it's over, it's nothing more, you're afraid of it. No, don't go into it with that energy. Now, with that being said, the number 9. I'm a Life Path 9, Master Number 11. When you look, so I'm going to show you the number 9. Look how it's written. Look how it's written. So you have, think of like a 1, and then think of like a 0. I talk often about the number 0. It's a number that precedes 1. But here we always start with 1. But 1 is not the start. Let me say that again. 1 is not the first number. 0 is the first number. But here, on this dimension, in this world, we always start with 1. The win, the 1. So anyway, you see the circle right here. Now let's use a little biblical, go to the Bible just a little bit. I shall go to the right hand of the Father. This is hypothetically speaking. I'm not saying that. Just trying to give you a picture of it. And I'm not an artist, so you got to excuse the drawing. So when you bring this 0 down to the right hand, imagine, like I say, the 1 being the Father. Imagine the 0 being the universal womb. Imagine that being like the mother. And imagine you being a son. Hypothetically speaking. So you have right here the number 10, perfection. Now, when I say the universal womb, what does a 1 look like? It's still hypothetical. Even though it might coincide and make a little sense with my hypothetical, look at the number 1 and the man, what a man has, and look at the 0 and what a woman has, and think of it in the spiritual sense. Think of a divine masculine, divine feminine, however you want to do it, but moving along. So you see the number 10, a perfect 10, being full. Nothing needs to be added to it. Perfection. Like the golden age, like a beginning. It's peace. Fullness is peaceness, it's balance. Peace. Something that's peace is still, that means it's balanced. It's unshakable, like the unshakable race. If you ever listen to if you haven't, check it out. The Lost Gospel of Thomas and the Lost Gospel of John. Actually, this was on the Lost Gospel of John. It really talks about the unshakable race, the perfect eon, which I didn't even know existed until it got downloaded to me. So for people who don't think this stuff is real, I'm telling you, hey, you might want to think again. So the 10, I'm actually finished. Now I'm just rambling a little bit. And and I know how serious this message is, but sometimes you got to make it fun. But yeah, perfect 10, bringing this down, the 9's. So the only part I left out, the 1, again, using the Bible, the 144,000 that's spoken of a lot, 144, and these zeros, 3 zeros, 1 plus 4 equals what? 9. Am I saying that the life path 9s are the 144 chosen? No, I'm not, because that hasn't been revealed to me yet, even though I've seen a lot of videos stating that. And also because this hasn't been revealed either, but I've seen a lot of videos saying that we've lived all the other life paths. So technically, it would be all of us doing it together, technically. So that would make some sense. But as I said, it hasn't been revealed to me yet, and I'm not one of those people to try to make it like I know everything or try to speak of something that really hasn't been revealed, even if it makes sense. But moving along, if that is the case and you are a life path 9, you might want to start, learning about yourself more and more, and listening to that intuition more and more, and everything else, be made simple. You know, I guess that's why my tone is so simple right now. But yeah, that part. And the power of the 1-9, I can't leave that out. It's a guy on YouTube, 19 Keys. Now, you might be familiar with this guy. If not, check him out, if you feel led to it. And he talks about the power of 19. So I actually, when I finish with this, I think I'm going to watch some videos and do a little digging and see what I can come up with. We'll get some downloads about 19. But it's supposed to be a very powerful number. We all know what 911 means. So 19, yes, supposed to, in a lot of ancient books, it's codes. So am I saying that I know them? No. I like to go off intuition. Sometimes I would say 20% of the time because of laziness, 80% of the time because that's the best way I learn. I think that's the most purest form of information because we're all individuals. So, I'm a type of person that either likes to get confirmation from others or here's that information, eat it if it feels right, and then make it mine and put it to the pieces of the puzzle that I need to get my stuff together. But with that being said, perfect 10, perfection, bringing heaven down to earth. 1-0 combined, not against each other, not on top, not below, side by side as equals. Beautiful thing. Equal peace. Anyway, I end all my shows. Love.